The fastest way to make a RAG system look smart is also the easiest way to make it confidently wrong.
That usually happens when retrieval bets on one signal. Hybrid search fixes that by combining sparse retrieval, which matches exact terms, with dense retrieval, which matches semantic meaning.
So this is not just a ranking trick. It decides what your model is allowed to know before it starts answering.
Exactly. In RAG, bad retrieval is upstream damage. If the right passage never gets fetched, the generator cannot recover, no matter how good the model is.
Give me the plain version. What does hybrid search actually combine?
Two views of relevance. Sparse methods look at words, tokens, and term importance. Dense methods turn text into vectors and retrieve by closeness and meaning. Hybrid search uses both, then merges or re-ranks the candidates.
Why not just pick one and keep the system simpler?
Because the failure modes are different. Sparse retrieval is strong when exact wording matters. Dense retrieval is strong when the same idea appears in different language. Together, they cover each other's blind spots.
Put that in a real scenario, not theory.
Say, a user asks, what does PTO rollover mean for part-time employees? The source policy might say, unused paid leave may carry forward for hourly staff. Dense retrieval can connect PTO with paid leave and part-time with hourly. Sparse retrieval can still lock on to exact terms like rollover if they appear in a table or exception clause.
So, dense helps with paraphrase. Sparse helps with exact anchors. But where does this become high stakes?
When one missed token changes the answer. Product names, error codes, legal clauses, medication names, version numbers, customer IDs. Dense retrieval may understand the topic, but blur the exact identifier. Sparse retrieval may catch the identifier, but miss the broader explanation. Hybrid is how you avoid choosing which kind of mistake you prefer.
That sounds like a power shift inside the stack. Retrieval stops being plumbing and becomes policy.
It does. The retrieval strategy decides whether your system favors precision on exact facts, coverage on related meaning, or a balance. That balance affects trust, latency, and even who wins when two near matches compete.
Let's get concrete again. Suppose I'm building support search over internal docs and tickets. Where does hybrid help most?
It helps when your corpus mixes structured terms with messy natural language. Support content has both. A ticket might mention error econ reset, while a troubleshooting guide says connection dropped during handshake. Sparse finds the code. Dense finds the explanation. Hybrid lets both surface, so the answer has the exact symptom and the likely fix.
And when does dense alone fall over?
Dense retrieval can struggle with rare strings, newly introduced names, short queries, and domains where tiny lexical differences matter. If two model numbers differ by one character, semantics may not save you. You need lexical evidence.
And sparse alone?
Sparse can miss relevant passages when language shifts. Users ask in their own words. Docs use team jargon, abbreviations, or formal phrasing. If the words do not overlap enough, exact matching leaves good evidence on the table.
So, hybrid search is really an argument against false simplicity.
Right. A single retrieval method looks cleaner on paper. In practice, your users mix vague intent with precise clues. Hybrid search is built for that mixed reality.
What kind of query profile benefits the most?
Three kinds stand out. First, short queries with one critical token, like a code or acronym. Second, long natural language questions where the answer may use different wording. Third, enterprise corpora with uneven writing quality, where some documents are polished and others are fragments, notes, or logs.
Give me one more example, this time with strategic consequences.
Imagine an internal legal assistant. A user asks about change of control termination rights during an acquisition. One contract uses that exact phrase. Another says early exit rights triggered by ownership transfer. If you retrieve only exact matches, you may miss the second contract. If you retrieve only semantic matches, you may pull broad M&A language without the operative clause. Hybrid search can surface both the exact provision and the semantically similar variants. That changes whether counsel sees the real risk in time.
So the winners are systems that can catch both the needle and the paraphrase around the needle.
Yes, And the losers are systems that answer smoothly from partial evidence. In RAG, graceful wording can hide brittle retrieval. Hybrid search reduces that brittleness.
What should builders watch for when they add it?
Do not judge it by average relevance alone. Look at the misses. Which queries fail because wording changed, and which fail because one token mattered. Hybrid earns its keep when it cuts both classes of failure, not when it only nudges a benchmark.
So, if my corpus contains jargon, aliases, exact identifiers, and human mess, hybrid search is not extra. It is the same default.
Exactly. Hybrid search matters most when answers depend on both meaning and wording. In RAG, that is often the difference between sounding informed and being right.